Hello BookTube. Today I'm going to be doing the Reading in the Dark book tag. This tag was created by Kelly of Books I'm Not Reading, and I watched this tag yesterday on Book Chat with Pat, Steve Donahue, and Joshua Kribo's channels. I will leave links to all 4 channels in the show notes down below. Prompt number 1. Did you ever read under the covers with a flashlight as a kid? If so, do you have any memorable books or experiences? Please share them with us. I do not remember ever reading under the covers with a flashlight as a child. It just is not something I recall ever doing. Prompt number 2. Do you read when you wake up in the middle of the night as an adult? Do you use an e-reader, book light on your nightstand, etc.? Please share any memorable books and or memorable experiences. When I do wake up in the middle of the night, I basically go about what I need to do and then try to go back to sleep. Because if I do not sleep enough, I am very, very, very put out. And I don't want to put up with myself when I'm in that state. Prompt number 3, power outage. What have your reading experiences been when the lights won't turn on, the TV is dead, the computer is out? Do you read then? Share with us any memorable books or reading experiences during a power outage. So, for me, the most I've ever been without power has been about 6 hours. And that was earlier this year, I think. For some odd reason, it was a perfect, beautiful day. We just lost power for a few hours. I don't recall what I read that day. Normally what will happen, whether the weather is good or bad, when we lose power for a significant amount of time, what we will do is we'll throw open the curtains and let the natural light in. And I will read significant chunks of a book during that time period. Last year, there was a power outage at the apartment we used to live in, and I read We Are Your Soldiers, which was about the influence of Gamal Abdel Nasser on the Middle East from the 50s through the 70s. And just recently, we randomly lost power on a beautiful day, and I read a good chunk of Seascraper by Benjamin Wood, which was the part of Seascraper that I particularly enjoyed, although I think I will probably revisit Seascraper sometime in the near future. Just don't ask me when. Question number 4. Reading ignorance. Did you ever read a book because you realized you were completely in the dark about a particular subject or genre? What was the book and the experience like? So, for this, I'm going to go with Tombstone by Yang Jixing. It's a history of the Great Chinese Famine in the early 1950s. It's a subject that I was vaguely aware of, but not the extent of the devastation and sheer incompetence that led to it. Prompt number 5. Reading blindly. Do you ever read a novel without knowing anything about it? You haven't read the back of the book or any reviews. You just jump in. Name a book and share your experience. So I actually do this rather frequently with some of the debut volumes of manga. So to recap, what I do is every month I put in a pre-order for the next month's forthcoming volumes of manga in the series I actively collect, and debut volumes of series that I would like to try out. which I usually go in completely blind on. Sometimes they work out, such as, say, Kagurabachi by Tekuro Hokuzono, or Phantom Busters by Neo Shoko, and sometimes they don't work out, like Kingdom, which came out, the first volume came out this month, or Kill Blue, which came out a few weeks ago, not a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and I didn't get on with it, so I'm probably not going to continue. Well, I'm not going to continue with the series. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do with the manga series that I decided not to follow up on. But that's for a different video. So, yeah, I do jump in blindly. The next one will be Ichi the Witch, which comes out in February. Prompt number 6. Other dark places. Camping, cars, basements, the movies. What are any other dark places you have read in, maybe unexpectedly? Share any books or memorable reading experiences. I don't actually remember any of that. I mean, I've never gone camping. I don't read in cars. I'm too busy looking outside for that. I've never been in a basement. And I've never actually, well, it's been, when did The Dark Knight Rises come out? I haven't been to the movie since then. So, I don't go to the movies either, so. And finally, prompt number 7 before the tag prompt. The lights are on. What book or books have given you a proverbial light bulb over your head? Something that really illuminated an idea to you. Share the book and reading experience. Well, I guess I'll talk about Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico. So, I tried Perfection in October, and for whatever reason, I didn't get on with it. And so, over the course of December, I am going back over the books that I haven't had much success with earlier in the year to see if maybe some distance, a fresh perspective will help things along. And it worked. I managed to finish Perfection and rather enjoyed it. And one thing that it did for me was it helped me figure out a character in a story I'm trying to write, that I wasn't entirely sure what to do with him. And now I have an idea of what to do with him. So that pleases me quite a bit. And finally, prompt number 8, tags and booktubers. So if you would like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. Although maybe do this tag in a little bit more light than what I did. And I think this is probably the only time I will do a tag without the lights on. I might try to open up the windows and see how that works, or open up the curtains and see how that might work. Because sometimes I'm not overly fond of the artificial lighting in here. But anyway, so that was the Reading in the Dark tag. If you would, again, like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. And I will be back either shortly or tomorrow with another tag. So until then, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.